All right, I think we are live. The first people are starting to drop in. Let's give them a minute or a few seconds so that they're all on the stream. I see the count
Okay.
in audience rising. That's great. All right, awesome. So welcome everyone to our stream and presentation with Veronica, the founder of SafePol. Today it's going to be quite interesting one. A lot of case studies and a lot of practice and theory. So maybe Veronica, our guest, would you like to introduce yourself and SafePol as a project as well before we can start the presentation?
Yeah, sure. Nice to see you here, Batu. Great to be here. Hello, everyone. This is Veronica, founder and CEO of SafePal, a cryptocurrency wallet that are securing decentralized assets for the masses right now. So I used to work in cybersecurity in the security departments of the one of the fintech company that has been listing in Hong Kong stock. And I have been spending a lot of time in looking into crypto security. And as a SafePal, as the brand serving nearly 2 million users global-wide right now, we have received a lot of user inquiries about crypto security day by day. So it would be great to share our insights with everyone and to let you know what is the gesture to keep your crypto safe. Thank you.
Great. Yeah, that's exciting. So, I'm for anyone that's interested, I'm Batu, and part of the coordinator group of the BSC ecosystem. Accordingly, so I suggest we kickstart the presentation then right away. So the floor is yours, Veronica.
Okay, thank you. Hi everyone, it's great to be here. Today my topic will be about like how to keep crypto safe as a crypto beginner. So this speech or this sharing would be great if you have just entered the crypto space for a short time, or you are just being interested in exploring more in the crypto space and would like to know what are the, like, for example, gains and costs, what are the risks of owning your own bank. And today we are going to share a lot of real life cases that we have heard from our users, from the communities, and from our friends. So first to start, a little bit about me. This is Veronica, CEO of SafePal, a decentralized secure cryptocurrency wallet that is used to save your crypto, keep your crypto safe. So I'm the ex-product manager of security department in a Fortune 500 tech company. And I'm very interested in cybersecurity, crypto security, and I've been in blockchain since 2017. A little bit on the outlines today. So firstly, we are going to have a few case studies to look and learn what could be the potential risks of owning your own crypto. And then we're gonna dive deeper into to learn what are the key aspects or what are the major elements that are impacting your crypto security right now, because people are hearing a lot of hacking cases every day. It's getting really frightening for new beginners to start and explore in the crypto world. So we'll separate the major elements of crypto security into key generation, storage, and daily usage. And then there will be a quick summary and takeaways so that those who join later won't miss those shining points. So first to look into 4 cases. So the first case is, okay, so firstly, SafePal is handling massive user inquiries on daily basis. So we are receiving real cases from users every day. So in the case 1 and case 2, I will be sharing the real life situation that we have seen and received from our users. And if you take a minute to read these emails or these inquiries that our users have sent to us, and it's clearly show that the first case or the most frequently kind of asked question is that I have not backed up my mnemonic phrase. Can you help to recover it, or can you help to retrieve my funds? So this is the most frequently asked questions by our users, and we can see that it's really becoming normal that people don't really realize how important keeping the mnemonic phrase security is. So this is the first issue that we're going to address in the later sharing. And the second case would be about people have learned how to keep their mnemonic phrase safe, and they have come to realize that the C phrase or the mnemonic phrase is really crucial for owning decentralized assets. And then they have been too cautious and adding too much on top of the mnemonic phrase. So they started to use multi-sig, they started to use passphrase, for example. So a little bit shed of light on the passphrase feature. It's a advanced security feature that protects your C phrase from attacks like $5 range attack. For example, if someone is putting on your head with a $5 range, asking you to hand over your C phrase or your mnemonic phrase, you can just hand it over to them, because if you have a passphrase enabled wallet, it can create a hidden wallet under the same C phrase. Meaning that even I give you my C phrase, knowing that I have a passphrase behind it, I know that I still have my assets hidden in the newly created wallet. And this wallet cannot be recovered without passphrase. So these two emails are typically this case. So users, they are fully aware of the importance of mnemonic phrase, and they know exactly how important the phrase is, but they have decided to enable the passphrase. And after that, they forgot the passphrase, which have led to the permanent loss of that wallet. Because to recover that wallet, you need both the mnemonic phrase and together with the passphrase. So this is a very important role that a lot of people don't know before they even enabling this advanced feature. So these inquiries have been recently accumulating from our backend. So we have seen a lot of users gradually picking up on protecting their crypto safe, but getting lost about the right gesture or without learning the necessary knowledge of keeping it safe. So this is the second case that we have seen a lot in our daily life. And these two pictures are from online. So this is also really frequent. We have once received a user report saying that, okay, I've written my mnemonic phrase on a piece of paper, and I had a fight with my wife, and my wife tore the whole piece of paper down into pieces, into small pieces that cannot be recovered or remanded. So writing your mnemonic phrase online or on a piece of paper could be risky, because it's not waterproof, it's not fireproof, it's not corrosion proof, and people can easily like throw it away without knowing it's kind of a big wealth. So this is also the third frequently kind of asked questions, like I lost my C phrase, it's written on a piece of paper, I cannot find it anywhere, it's on my notebook, and I can't find it, can you retrieve it? And the last case is about like the DApp usage. So right now DeFi is getting really popular in the crypto space. A lot of users enter the crypto space by becoming a freshman DeFi user. But DeFi has a lot of open sourcing problems. One of the problems is that, for example, if you're using an Ethereum DApp in a decentralized wallet, you will have to give authorization to that DApp so that it can pull, for example, your balance, it can pull your transaction details, and can pull the authorization to move the funds so that you can participate in that DApp. This is really typical in a DeFi project, especially when you are trying to earn, for example, passive income from LP pools, from mining. And a lot of users didn't notice there's a detail here that when you authorize the DApp approval, for example, the DApp request, there is an authorized limit here. And usually the default is no limit. This is out of the default setting of the DApp itself. So it really depends on whether the DApp will put a hard cap limit on the DApp authorization. If they don't, then there's no limit in default. And you can manually set that into a hard cap default to keep it below, for example, a risky range. For example, if you have $5,000, you don't want to risk all of it in the 100% authorization. You can turn it down into, like, for example, 100 or 500 USD dollars. So a lot of users didn't realize this kind of tricks or this kind of detail, and they authorize some unknown dApps, or how to say, rug pulls, with no limits authorization, and this will put their funds into risks. So this case is the fourth most frequently asked question. It's really typical that some users came to us saying that I didn't do anything. My mnemonic phrase is safe in my house, at my home, and I didn't give it to anyone. Even my wife didn't know where it is. But all of a sudden, I see all of my funds being moved into a third-party unknown address. And why did that happen? Did SafePal hack into my wallet and take all of my funds away? Can you retrieve it no matter what? And most of the case, when we dig deeper and ask the users what kind of dApps that they use, it usually turns out that they didn't put any limitation on the authorization when they're accessing third-party dApps. So this is really getting serious because DeFi is really gaining popularity nowadays. So it's becoming more and more frequent that our users came to us with this kind of inquiry. So owning your own bank is really nice because you take full control of your crypto wealth, and you can move around and do whatever you like with the cryptocurrencies or the wealth fortune that you have owned. You basically have your own bank in your hands. But all the fund loss reports that we have received, more than 90% were caused by human mistakes. This means that we have heard a lot of hacking cases out there. For example, if we visit those security audit websites, they will tell you, okay, how many billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrencies have been hacked by hackers, by flash loan attack, by all different kind of attacking cases in the past year. But it turns out that all the user inquiries saying their funds are lost, 90% or majority of them were caused by human mistakes, meaning that it wasn't done by any hacker or external attackers. It's mainly because of the users themselves are not familiar with the crypto usage, and they don't know like how is the right gesture to protect the crypto safe. So this is the major insight that we have gained in the last 3 years. And 1/4 of the users didn't know why mnemonic phrasing is important, just like what we showed in the first case. A lot of users lost their cell phone or got their SafePal app uninstalled or got their cell phone reset, or bought another cell phone without migrating the funds there. And they said, I didn't back up my app and I already deleted it. What happened now and what should I do? So it's really surprising to see that a lot of users enter the space without knowing that it's kind of the cause of the freedom itself. When you own your own bank, you have to be fully responsible. You have to be knowledgeable about how to keep it safe. 40% of users have the expectation that the wallet platform like SafePal can help to retrieve the funds. So this is really interesting because from day to day, we always have to educate users about why SafePal does not access or store your decentralized funds. We do not access your any personal data or your mnemonic phrase, your passphrase, password, all of that. We just develop a tool for you to safely manage and transfer and receive decentralized assets. So a lot of users came to us with the mindset that the platform is gonna recover it or back them up. The wallet definitely is gonna be able to retrieve the funds, which we have to frequently tell users that it's not possible because we are decentralized. And a small proportion of users confuses some advanced features with other features. For example, when we talk about passphrase, a lot of users confuse it with password. So within the app, for example, SafePal app, password is something that you use to authorize a transfer. Passphrase is a combination of characters, numbers, and letters that is used to create a hidden wallet under the same set of mnemonic phrase. So for example, if I have a full set of 12 words of mnemonic phrase, and then I can enable a passphrase, and create a hidden wallet under this set of words. With this hidden wallet, there's no one else in the whole world that will know that I own this hidden wallet. So I think I can store my crypto safely in it without anyone knowing it. And it's not even storing any physical format, it's only in my mind. So a lot of users are confusing this kind of concept, and this has led to a lot of fund losses cases. So if we break down, a lot of us have heard that not your keys, not your funds, or not your keys, not your crypto. We have all know the importance of the private key or the mnemonic phrase, but how exactly should we be fully aware of the right aspects to protect it? So there are three main paths or three major elements related to crypto fund security. So first of all, the key generation. So I guess a lot of you have thought about this. Like, was your private key securely created? If you search on Google about private key generation or private key generator, you have nearly 1 million results showing all different kinds of private key generators online. That is really convenient, right? But actually, if you create your private key online, it's probably not safe because it's vulnerable to online attacks from many aspects. For example, it's possible that your computer or your laptop is compromised and your copyboard or your clipboard have been compromised, and people are monitoring if you are copy pasting these private keys, and even those private key generators are invented by hackers themselves. So it's really important to be aware that whether your private key or your mnemonic phrase is created in a safe manner. The second path or the second element is about storage. Is the private key or the C phrase stored safely in the right manner or in the right place? We're going to talk about that later, and there are a lot of interesting stories behind this. So a lot of users hide their C phrase or mnemonic phrase in different places, but there are some basic principles to judge whether it's proper or it's appropriate to store your mnemonic phrase there. The third element, and the most important element that I can't stress enough, is the daily usage. So a lot of users have created a security offline private key and store it in a offline manner or using even a hardware wallet, but they lost their tokens due to a wrongful, or mistaken daily usage. So there are a lot of different cases in this category that we can share today. So did you put your assets into risk during daily usage? And I think every one of us can review our daily behavior when using or managing the decentralized assets and to review it. So first, about key generation. I think a lot of you have created your first set of mnemonic phrase or private key in a decentralized wallet. So I guess not a lot of you have been aware about this section. So I'm going to briefly introduce this part. So first, what is a private key technically? So a private key, for example, take Bitcoin as an example. It's a random number between 1 and 2 to the 256 power. So on the slides, I have provided an example. Okay, so security tip, do not use this private key. It's already open online. It's already shown to you, so do not use it. And how is it created? So there are several steps when you can randomly create a cryptocurrency private key. We don't need to dig into that kind of deep into the tech stuff here, but I need you to pay attention to all the verbs in the 5 steps. First step, generate something. Generate a random set of data. So this random, the level of randomness really decides the uniqueness of your private key. Second step, convert it, verify, add something, convert it, verify, add something. So after reading the 5 steps, it comes to you that by only reading the verbs, that actually the first step is the most important step. Creating a random set of data is the most crucial step to keep your private key to be created in a safe manner. So there are roughly two ways of creating or generating a random set of data. There are different kind of random number generator out there available. So the two types. First type is TRNG. The full name is True Random Number Generator. Means that it's truly random. It's typically in the hardware physical way. It's an unpredictable manner to create a generate random set of numbers like atmospheric noise. PRNG is pseudo random number generator. So it uses, for example, computer-based or computer-generated manner to create a so-called random kind of private key using, for example, your laptop, your cell phone, or using the noises spots on a QR code. So it's all program-based. It's not hardware-based, it's program-based. So true random number generator can guarantee it's really unpredictable and truly random. So this is how a key is usually generated. So if you're using a mobile wallet, for example, a cell phone, if you're using a laptop, these electronic devices are mostly using pseudo number generator. So it's not true random generator. Okay, so the second question, the second element is about like how to store it and the key storage. Usually there are three mainstream types of keeping or writing down their mnemonic phrase. First, it's a paper is the most old-fashioned way. Paper wallets have been existing for nearly more than a decade. And the second is some pro or some friends would say, I will store them in a hard drive or offline mobile devices. I don't need anything special, so long as I don't need the cell phone and it's offline. And third, some people, some like hardcore players will buy some metallic board. It's a piece of metallic that you can carve your mnemonic phrase into the board so that it can protect your C phrase in a longer time. So if we compare the three mainstream ways to keep the mnemonic phrase or the private key, we can judge it from this way. So first, is it waterproof? Clearly, paper and hard drive or mobile devices are not waterproof. Are they fireproof? Paper is typically the weakest in fireproof. Hard drive or mobile devices might be better, but it's gonna be meltdown in a house fire. Corrosion proof. Paper and hard drive or electronic devices are not resistant to corrosion, for example, salt or sour chemistries. And anti-formatting, paper wins out for this item, but hard drive or mobile devices cannot be protecting themselves from formatting. So your data will be lost permanently if the electronic device is formatted. So right now, a lot of users are beginning to select the last way to store their mnemonic phrase. It's a metallic board. So from my point of view, I will also suggest you that compared to the electronic devices or writing down your mnemonic phrase on a piece of paper, it's better to write it on, for example, stainless steel grade of wheel or metallic board, so it can protect the C phrase in a safer and longer manner. And where it is really funny for this part because we have heard a lot of users storing their mnemonic phrase or their piece of paper of mnemonic phrase in different places. So safes, at home, under the matrix, all of them. From my point of view, all of these places work so long as nobody knows it and it's safe for long time storage. And most importantly, you can remember it after 5 or 10 years, especially for long time storage. So we actually have heard a lot of users saying that I actually put my mnemonic phrase in such a secure place that I even forget where I put it. So it sounds funny, right? But it's actually happening to a lot of users here. So where to store your mnemonic phrase really depends on your own lifestyle or your real situation. But these three are the key principles that you need to remember. Firstly, nobody else can find it. Secondly, it's really safe for a long time storage. So putting it under your matrix isn't really safe because when people change your sheet or something, they can discover it, right? And last but not least, you can remember it tightly after a long time because don't trust your memory. We always forget some things, and sometimes it's about money. Okay, so the third part comes to the most important part, daily usage. The first tips that I can give is to choose the safe wallet. There are a few principles here. A safe wallet can keep the key offline. So if you're using a hardware wallet, and congratulations, you have been improving yourself compared to others. So cell phones or laptops, these online devices cannot potentially protect your keys from online attacks. Second, decentralized. So not your keys, not your crypto. So if you are storing your cryptos in a centralized exchange or entity, it's possible that they run away with your money. Big brands, the reason or the logic is simple. The more or the longer the brand stands in the industry, it proves that it's probably safer than others, because all else it's gonna be go bankruptcy, or it's gonna be break down. And download or purchase from official channels. There are a lot of scammers active in the crypto space, and we have seen scammers creating fake website, fake Telegram group, fake Twitter, fake support email, all kind of things. And they really played it well. They fake it in a real generous way. So they nearly copy 100% of all your elements and build it into a phishing website or a phishing link. So be fully aware of these tricks and always download or purchase from official channels. Choosing the safe wallet is only the first step. The second step is to use it wisely. My tips here is, firstly, do not use copyboard to copy your mnemonic phrase, especially when using web extension wallets or using cell phone wallets to recover or import your wallets. That is the worst idea, to use the copyboard to copy your mnemonic phrase, because somehow you don't know whether some of your softwares in the device has been compromised and people can monitor your copyboard. Secondly, do not use the same mnemonic phrase in multiple places. So this situation happen a lot. People might import or recover the same set of mnemonic phrase in different places, for example, across Android and iOS cell phones, on different apps. For example, A wallet might provide A features, but probably the user prefers B features in the B wallet. So he will choose to import the same mnemonic phrase across different apps so that he can enjoy all of the features in different apps. We strongly don't recommend to do so, because you don't know in which step the mnemonic phrase could be compromised in which way. So do not use the same mnemonic phrase in different places. It's better to keep it in one single separate manner. And third tip is that to protect yourself from risks in the online space. So out of the nearly 89% of the hacking cases happen online. So there are a few key tips here. First, don't forget to protect your personal information. For example, one of the biggest hardware wallet brand, Ledger, has been suffering from the customer information leakage recently, since last year. So it's really important to keep your personal data or your personal information in secret. So when you're shopping online, it's better to use a separate set of email, a separate set of personal accounts, or even bank cards. So it's better to protect your personal information in whatever manner you can imagine. Second and third, they are together. Never trust, always verify. So I have mentioned that there are a lot of scammers and phishing attacks out there waiting for the crypto users. So when you have received anonymous emails claiming to be a wallet provider, when you have received some suspicious DMs from Telegram saying that they can help with your fund loss, or they can help to recover or retrieve your funds, be aware of that. Scammers will DM you, but legitimate wallet teams will not DM you in any way or reach out in any way. And even at SafePal, we have canceled all of the EDMs, meaning we don't send promotional marketing emails to our users in any way. So be prepared and never trust, always verify. And last but not least, better not to show off your crypto wealth on social media. We have seen a lot of users showing off how many X, like 5X, 100X, 200X, 500X of the crypto fortune on social media, like showing off he's becoming wealthy. But this is not the best way to do, because people might watch you, like people might be watching you and monitoring you and might be tracing your online tracks from your social media account to other accounts that might be associated. So it's better to keep low profile in the crypto world. Do not show off your crypto fortune like on social media, just hold it back. And other than that, I think crypto is a really rapidly changing world. So it's really important for everyone to learn to protect yourself with adequate crypto knowledge. So when I mentioned about like passphrase, DApp authorization, I think it's really important for everyone to be updated about the knowledge space, to learn the new concept, or to learn what are people are suffering about the hacks or losses, what could be the cases. So it's already winning of every one of you who are sitting inside your screen watching this BSC security workshop. That means you have learned more than others. So it's really important for us to keep a mindset that we have to be upgrading our knowledge about crypto and decentralized assets. And most importantly, this is the pro tip for all the DeFi players. If you have ever used a DeFi protocol, regardless of which blockchain it is, don't forget to review your DeFi settings and portfolios regularly from time to time. So these interfaces are from my screenshots from SafePad Wallet. So there are out there existing tools for you to check whether you have authorized any limits or you have authorized any DeFi protocols of accessing your funds. So if you are already using DeFi, don't forget to check it, and you can revoke these DeFi protocols in any time. So it's a good habit to review these DeFi settings and authorization from time to time, so that you will not be injured or impacted if someday one of the DeFi protocols that you're using has been compromised or hacked. So final stage, the key takeaways. Firstly, record your mnemonic phrase in a safe manner, such as a metallic board. Secondly, store your mnemonic phrase in a secure location that you can remember tightly. Do not forget, and choose an offline decentralized and secure wallet for daily usage. It's really important. You don't want to see your money being taken away from a third party, especially by wallets, right? And fourthly, be careful in the daily usage. Do not use copyboard to copy your mnemonic phrase. Do not recover your mnemonic phrase in multiple places, especially in multiple wallets. Do not use unlegitimate or unofficial wallets. The fifth tips, revoke unnecessary DeFi authorization from time to time. This is the most important tips for DeFi players. Don't forget to go over and check whether you have authorized some unknown projects with unlimited authorization. This is really critical. And last but not least, upgrade your crypto knowledge regularly, attend a forum, listen to lectures, listen to security workshops, and upgrade your knowledge about crypto from day by day. So thank you everyone for listening. This is all my sharing today, and welcome to post any question if you have any. Thank you. Hi, Batun. I'm handing over the mic to you back.
Great. Thank you for the presentation, Veronica. Super interesting design space indeed. Actually, looking into the community chat, I saw someone asking for your Twitter and LinkedIn handle. Do you want to maybe share it with the community so that they can go ahead and follow you? There you go.
Yes, yeah, there you there you go, the last page. So welcome to follow us on social media and visit our website anytime. And welcome to reach out in our Telegram channel or community to ask any questions that you have. I'll be there.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, a lot of community love here in the chat. I don't know if you follow the chat. Cool. So maybe some questions actually on my side, since I have you on the call here right now that I'm personally interested in, and I guess the broader audience as well. I mean, you touched a bit upon it accordingly. But by the way, if anyone watching us right now has questions as well, feel free to drop it in the chat, and we're following that accordingly. For the time being, I'll just shoot a first question myself. What's the biggest challenge in crypto storage and adoption from your perspective?
To be honest, it's about user education. So the biggest challenge that we have encountered right now in our last 3 years journey is to educate the users about how to use crypto. A lot of users came to us saying crypto is new, crypto is difficult, crypto is dangerous. I guess those users haven't got into the real basic principles that they should follow, for example, to keep the crypto safe. So I guess it's really important that each of us stand out and share what we found and share what we have learned from the daily usage, and to share these educational pro tips to the users. So user education is the most important thing and the most challenging tasks that we as a wallet provider is facing right now.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. What do you see are effective ways of education? What worked? What didn't in the past? What would you be interested in trying in the future?
Yeah, we haven't stopped in looking into a better way to guide our users to learn the safe tips to keep the crypto safe. So most importantly, we think it's really critical that we build the product safer. This is the first and foremost important criteria. Secondly, is that we build a better user interface so that people, when using the product itself, they can be aware of some hints or some tips or some warning even when they are taking risky actions when using the product. So for example, coming next in the SafePal app, we are going to build a security pro quiz. So for each new user who have onboarded into the SafePal wallet, they will be asked to complete a security quiz to see like how qualified or how knowledgeable they are, or whether they are even ready for crypto. And for example, in daily usage, when people are sending funds into an unknown address, which has been detected by the wallet as a exchange wallet address, will pop out and warn users about, okay, this is a known exchange address and you need a memo and tag to fill in, or else the fund will be lost. So we need to improve the user interface from bits by bits in this way, so that when users are using the products, they are not only using it, they are also learning by using it. So I think it's really important for a wallet builder to think it in this way, so that it's not really important for us to keep the crypto safe. It's also important for us to teach people or educate users on how to be easily and safely onboarded into the crypto world. So this is the main target that we're building right now. And from each version that we have released, we have added details like this bit by bit.
Got it. Yeah, makes sense. I guess also streams like this, educational sessions, can be helpful too, right? In terms of education.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking into the community chat, there's someone asking, what are the advantages of SafePaul's air gap versus cables? Maybe you want to take this question.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not quite sure if the user who asked this question ever seen our wallets before or used our wallet before. So a bit intro of how our wallet, our hardware wallet works. Air gap signing mechanism means that when you sign off or authorize a transaction, you don't need a physical connection between the wallet and your online device. For example, when you're using a USB cable wallet, you need to plug into your laptop and use the desktop to create a transaction, and then you can approve in the USB cable connected hardware wallet, right? For air gap signing mechanism, you don't need to do this kind of USB connection. All of the signing process has been done offline without any network connection. So when you're signing off a transaction using SafePal wallet, you have to create or initiate a transfer in the SafePal app first without any signature right now. And then you need to sign it by scanning using the S1 hardware wallet. During the signing process, there is no internet involved. That's why it's called air gap. There is no Bluetooth, NFC, or Wi-Fi, any radio frequencies interfering this process. The private key stays in the S1 hardware wallet 100% offline during the whole complete process. So this is the advantage that we have compared to other USB types of hardware wallets. It always keeps your private key offline. And you don't need to plug in your device into an online device like laptop or cell phone. You just keep it cold storage. And when you sign up the transaction, you just scan the QR code on the app, and then you can transfer information back and forth without touching any internet or radio frequencies. I hope it makes sense to answer this way.
All right, cool. In fact, a lot of people are asking about SafePal Earn as well. Is there anything you can share about timeline, launch timelines, etc.?
Yes, sure. A lot of the users have been asking. So the previous disclosed timeline of Earn launch is Q2. So honestly, we are a week from end of Q2. So yeah, to be honest, we are delaying the launch due to the reason that we have to go for several rounds of security audits, and the process took longer than we expected. And actually, in our weekly update, we have addressed these concerns from the community, because day by day, a lot of users are asking when can the SafePal Earn be launched. So the latest progress is we are completing the final testing and wrapping it out. And we have contacted two prestigious security audit team. I cannot say their names right now, but we are definitely gonna disclose it later. And they will be reviewing all of the code base to make sure there's no vulnerabilities in the code. And then we are ready to post online. So right now we are still waiting for the feedback of the review team, and we are still tightly communicating with both of them. And we need to be responsible for the community, because once the code goes live, there's no way back. So we are acting 100% fully cautious about this action. So we need to take it longer because we have to review every details. So apologies to those who have been waiting. You have my words. Definitely, it's going live at the end of the day, probably a month or later, or 4 to 6 weeks later, because we need more time for security audit. We need to spare more time for the audit team to fully review all the code base. But definitely, we can't wait to push it online. So stay tuned. It's going to be a huge update from SafePal. Thank you for asking.
Great. So maybe one last question, and then we can slowly start wrapping up the session accordingly. On my side, I guess the broader audience as well may be quite interested in is SafePal has been around for a while, and you've been mainly focusing on producing and selling hardware wallets, and then later down the line you went ahead and went the route of protocolization and tokenization, right? So I'm curious, how did these two journeys and contexts are different for your particular day-to-days, and from a company level perspective, is it very much different now, the things you do and you have to take care of, you have to think about, or is it yet still somewhat similar, but on top of that you have the protocolization component as well? Is it basically sort of a type of business that you're running right now?
Yeah, so our kind of mission or long-term vision hasn't changed a bit in the last 3 years. So since SafePal was founded in 2018, we have aimed to provide a secure and user-friendly way for people to store crypto. So our main focus would be surrounding all of the actions that we have taken, will be surrounding a main goal. The main goal is to help people to secure their funds and grow their wealth. So both of the targets will be our long-term missions of SafePal. So, okay, if we break it down from this way, surrounding the goals, firstly, we build a secure hardware wallet, which is our first step toward that mission. We want to have a tool for people can really sleep tight at night without knowing that their crypto will be at risk. So we have built this S1 hardware wallets, right? And secondly, we build it into a mobile solution. That means SafePal wallet is 100% mobile, and you can use it on a cell phone. You can move around and sign your transactions anywhere as you like. And this is for user friendliness. So when talking about product accessibility, this is also a key important topic that we cannot avoid, because right now crypto penetration is still low. So we have to design the product as friendly, as accessible for a crypto beginner as possible, so that people can easily onboard into the crypto world. So building a kind of a mobile solution together with the hardware wallet solution is also together surrounding the key goal to help people secure their funds. And gradually last year, we have onboarded new blockchains, new dApps, new languages, and all these aiming under the same umbrella to help people, to help the masses to secure crypto. And then SafePal Earn will be a brand new step toward helping people to grow their funds. So imagine that you have all your money stored in a decentralized bank like SafePal Wallet, and you definitely are expecting it to grow it by themselves, to let the money earn money for you, right? So helping people to secure the funds and then earn passive incomes or earn yields or interest is the second important goal that we are building into the SafePal product or the SafePal universe. So that's why we have invested that much of efforts into building SafePal Earn, because it's a aggregator of yielding or earning interest or yield aggregator that can help you to earn money by storing crypto into the wallet. So this would be a milestone for us to march toward that goal. So looking into the long term, when we talk about open sourcing SafePal for better transparency, when we are talking about like launching SafePal Earn, when we're talking about launching SafePal Desktop, all these kind of items are closely tied to let people secure their funds easily, let people to access crypto with no danger, no worries, no concerns. They can sleep tight at night knowing that they have SafePal safely safeguarding their crypto funds. And most importantly, the money will work themselves. So the money will grow and the fortune will grow with the tools provided in SafePal. So all these kind of things are under the same umbrella of philosophy of the SafePal. That is our long-term mission. So it doesn't conflict here. And the tokenomic itself, a lot of users have actually asked, like, why did a hardware wallet company launch a token? It's a really interesting question. I think tokenomics is a way that we get a step further and closer with the crypto communities. To our point of view, tokenomics is the best way that we can reward those who have been supporting us in the 3 years and the long future coming ahead. So SFP token will continue to be a really important core part of the whole SafePal universe. It's going to be the feel of the whole entire ecosystem. So when the wallet is open source in the future, SFP will also play an important part in all of the ecological acceleration or rewards. And it's going to be a major tool for community governors to decide which kind of goals or which kind of features that we should build into the wallet and let the community to decide. So SFP token is a typical a kind of unique identity proof for our users. So when you look into all of the marketing campaigns that we have launched, basically a lot of them are closely tied to the product usage. For example, WHO, for example, all of the token airdrops that we have, users will have to use the product in order to get rewards, because if you cannot prove that you are a legitimate user, then there's no way that we're rewarding you. So all these kind of tokenomics is closely built with the product usage itself. It's used to reward those users who are supporting and using the product on a daily basis. So all these kind of items under the same umbrella. I hope this makes sense, and I hope it explains. Yeah.
Yes, that's a great answer. Makes a lot of sense. So yeah, given also keeping the time in mind, I guess we can start wrapping up the info session accordingly. We've went through the various security aspects in the DeFi space, particularly from a perspective of a wallet provider. And Veronica has shared with us a lot of insights and also past practical experiences that obviously they have to deal with on their side of things when they interact with users accordingly, which was super interesting. And I hope a lot of people managed to grab some key learnings out of it and best practices, particularly in order to avoid certain unfortunate situations in the future accordingly. Cool. So thanks for your time, Veronica, and particularly also thanks for all the folks that tuned in into the info session accordingly. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks again, Veronica.
Thank you. Thank you, Batu. Thank you for your time. Bye, everyone.
Alrighty.